back to my channel. Today in this video, we're going to be learning the basics of algebra. We're going to be learning what it is and how to use it to our advantage. Because in this video, we're going to be learning the opposite of subtraction, addition, multiplication, and division. So stay tuned guys, because we're going to be learning the basics of algebra. Okay guys, let's get right into it. So what is algebra first of all? Algebra is really simple. It's just when variables, which are like letters that we put in math, are equal to a certain value or number that we do not know of. Like let's say 2 plus 1 equals x. We don't know what x is equal to. So x would be equal to 3 because 2 plus 1 is, well, 3. So in algebra, we're usually using letters, but the most popular and common variable that you're going to see is x. It doesn't have any particular meaning, but it's just what people usually pick. Okay, so something that you need to know is that we usually use algebra in math because there are some problems where we need algebra to actually solve it. I'm just going to show you guys some example equations and how you can solve them. Okay? So as you can see, 2 plus 1 equals x is really simple. You just have to do 2 plus 1, and that is x. But then most of the time you're going to see things like, let's say, x plus 2 equals 1. Then there's a problem because you guys are new to it. That's normal. So x plus 2 equals 1. This is simple. You just have to understand something, guys. The opposite of adding is subtracting. And the opposite of multiplying is dividing. Well, that's usually what you're going to see, guys, okay? You're going to usually see pluses, minuses, times, and division in equations. But then as you go further and further on, eventually you're going to see square roots, which is the opposite of square as the exponent itself. And by the way, guys, it's the other way around also. The opposite of minus is also plus. Division is the opposite of times and also works for exponents and roots. Okay? And another very important thing that you need to understand is that in an equation, both sides of the equation, there's the equal sign, and the left side and right side both have to be equal. They're always equal. So x plus 2 equals 1. The left side has to be equal to 1 for the equation to actually be correct. Okay. Well, what are we going to do here? Well, what we're going to do is that, look, we're going to do the opposite of plus 2, which is minus 2. You see, we keep the same number because we just want to find the opposite. And since plus 2 and minus 2 are the opposites, they cancel out. So we're going to be left with x equal 1. Remember that I said we have to have both sides equal to the same thing. So x is equal to 1 minus 2. What is 1 minus 2? Well, 1 minus 2 is minus 1. I hope you guys have understood this a bit better. But let's try another example. X plus 5 equals 76. Okay. What are we going to do? We're going to do minus 5 on both sides. So x plus 5 minus 5, that cancel out. So we're going to be left with x equals 76 minus 5, which is really simple. That is 71. Okay. So x equals 71. Okay. Good job, guys. Okay.
Try these algebra challenges. Pause and solve before time runs out.
So now we're going to see how we can do this with division and multiplication. So let's take another example. 2 times x equals 6. I said that the opposite of x is division, right? Okay, well, let's do that. So in this case, guys, we can divide both sides by 2 or by x. It's really our choice. So right now, let's do divided by 2 on both sides. So we're going to be left with x equals 6 divided by 2. Like I said, we divide both sides by 2. And then again, guys, we could divide the x by 2, but that would just add an extra step. Okay? Now let's try to do actually some practice problems with the division, okay? With the example that I showed you guys. So it's really the same concept, okay?
Try these algebra challenges. Pause and solve before time runs out.
Okay, guys. Now let's go on how we can undo subtraction. So let's say 6 minus x equals 5. Why am I showing you this example? Didn't we just do that a few seconds ago? Well, no. Why? Is this more complicated? Because this is 2 steps long. So we can do this by like 2 ways, okay? We can either do plus x on both sides and then do that, which is usually what I like to do. But you can do it in 2 ways. So let's do the 2 ways. The first way that you can do it is plus x both sides. So plus x, the x and the x cancel out. So it's going to be left with 6 equals 5 plus x. And then we can do minus 5. Since the 5 plus, so as you can see on the left side of the 5, there is no minus sign, which indicates that it's a positive. So we're going to do minus 5 on both sides. So minus 5 and positive 5, they cancel out. So we're going to do 6 minus 5. And that's going to be 1 equals x. Okay, so x equals 1. That's one way to look at it. But another way to look at it is, let's try this in the other way. So let's do minus 6 on both sides, since this is a positive 6, because there's no minus on the left side. That's going to do positive 6 minus 6, and that's going to do on both sides. Then we're going to be left with the minus x on the one side. Okay, pretty interesting. Equals minus 1. Now, something that you guys have not learned, I can guarantee you this, especially if you're maybe in 6th grade or just started learning about it. I don't think I've gone over this, but what do? We both have equals on both sides. And we don't want to do next. Well, what are we going to do? We're going to multiply both sides by -1. Because, listen up, there's also something that most people don't discuss in class, but minus is also something that you can inverse, you know? Minus is also something I can get rid of. How? Well, listen, times 1 just means times the number 1 time. You know, so it's going to be like 5 times 1 is 5, or 6 times 1 is 6, or 100 billion times 1 is 100 billion, you know? So what are we going to do here in this instance? Well, we're just going to do times -1 on both sides. Why -1? Because the two negatives cancel out, okay? So if we did times 1, that would just leave us with minus x. It's not going to change anything, you know? So we want to have 2 of the same kind, 2 negatives, to then remove the x. So minus x times -1 is going to be, well, we're going to cancel those out, the minuses. So it's going to be left with x equals -1 times -1. Well, that's really simple. We just have to remove the minus sign. So it's going to be x equals 1. You see, there are 2 ways to go about it, you know. 2 very simple ways. Okay, guys. So now we'll try to see how we can actually solve this, but by inverting a division sign. Okay. So this is a bit more complicated. So stay tuned. Relax, okay? 5 divided by x equals 6. In this case, we're going to multiply, you know, both sides. So we can either do times x on both sides. Yeah. Honestly, it would just be preferred to do times x on both sides. We don't really have an alternative. We do, but it's just going to take more steps. I'm just showing you guys what's the fastest step, you know, because I don't want to waste too much time right now. So we're just going to multiply x by both sides. So divided by x times x, they both cancel out. So now we're left with 5 equals 6 times x, or 6x. Because with variables, guys, you're mostly going to see numbers stuck to variables. What does that mean? Okay, don't get too fine about it, but that just means it's the number times the variable. So what are we going to do now? So 6x, the way to invert this is by dividing both sides by either x or either 6. And I'm going to be honest, there's no point in dividing both sides by x, That we actually escaped from that. So now we just want to divide 6 on both sides. Leave the x alone, because whenever we're trying to solve algebraic expressions, we're always trying to keep x alone on one side, so then we can solve the other side with our basic arithmetic knowledge. So yeah, 5 divided by 6. So it's gonna be left. We're gonna be left with x equals. By the way, guys, you can also switch the sides. Like, let's say we have 5 equals 6x. We can also say 6x equals 5. It's the same thing. So yeah, x equals 5 divided by 6. Okay. What is 5 divided by 6? I happen to have a calculator right next to me. 5 divided by 6 is also 0.83333 to infinity. And there's a bar above the 3, because you might not know this, guys, but when we put a bar above a number, it just means that it's going to repeat on and 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 on to infinity and beyond.
Try these algebra challenges. Pause and solve before time runs out.
So yeah, guys, I hope that you understood that. I would like to make a future video on how we can do multi-step equations, like 2-step equations, that you might enjoy, guys. But I think that you guys should focus on this video so far. And yeah, I hope that you understood and learned something from this video. If you have any doubts, rewatch the video or ask the teacher or do anything you want, really. I'm just trying to give suggestions. And yeah, just have fun, have a good day. Now, let's have fun and good grades in math. So yeah, bye.